Hello there, everybody! Arglefumph here with a little speedrun demonstration for Nancy Drew, Sea of Darkness. I originally did a speedrun for this game on May 29th. It took me about 50 minutes to beat the game. I never released that speedrun. I threw out the footage because I messed up on the lighthouse segment, and it took me a couple of extra minutes to do the lighthouse lights puzzle, and it just looked awful. So I got rid of that speedrun. Here I am. I'm gonna try to show you what that speedrun was like. And the speedrun is basically an attempt to beat the game as quickly as possible if you don't know what a speedrun is. It's going to begin as soon as I click Amateur Sleuth Mode. Now, since I did my original speedrun in May, there have been a couple of changes. The main change is how you make money in this game. There's been a faster way to make money. So I would have had to throw out my speedrun anyway because I was too slow with the money making.
It's freezing out here.
So at the very beginning here, you just zoom through the conversation with Dagny, and then you start making money.
I get it.
You need 250 kroner in order to beat the game.
Goodbye.
That's how much you need in order to buy these items you want.
I should try to get some.
And here I'm just going up the stairs to change to high tide so I can get to the lighthouse as quickly as possible.
Hi there.
That's basically the idea of the first part of the
Later.
speedrun, is you want to get to the lighthouse as quickly as possible. And here's how you make money. Like I said, I need 250 kroner, which requires me to win 4 rounds of this thing. I can make 6 or so mistakes. And basically the way I prepared for this was I just completely memorized. At least I thought I memorized it. I seem to have forgotten some of these things. Okay. But basically, I memorized fruit, I mean food, and I memorized animals and body parts. But I did not memorize people, so that... I did not memorize geography. Are objects and places. So basically, I memorized half of the various vocabulary questions that you could get, and I'm getting really bad luck here. Now, it has since been discovered that it is a lot faster to do Toro Mater, the Toro Mater cooking. It takes a little while to set up the Toro Mater. Basically, what you have to do is leave the pub at this point and then immediately come back. And then you have a conversation about it, which takes a little while, but it's still faster to do Toro Mater because you only have to do 3 rounds of that game, whereas with this, as you can see, I have to do 4 different rounds. As I have to play the game 4 times in a row, and each time has 4 rounds, so it's really like I'm playing 16 games in a row. So it is faster to do the Toro Mater. That's basically the main change between this speedrun and what the official route is now. But once you have these things memorized, it's not too tough to memorize them. I say that, and then I immediately forget what these words are, because I haven't played this game since, May. I don't know, objects and places... People... yeah, let's go with it. No, let's not. Oh, okay, I made a mistake there. Whoops. Okay, no worries.
Gunnar, I need your help in the pub.
Let me, this is the next thing I'm doing. I need to get the, What did I do? I just got the gasoline. I got the gasoline in order to get to Magnus's house. Basically, the speedrun started with people figuring out, hey, what's the fastest way to get to the lighthouse? And then it became, what's the fastest way to get to Magnus's house? And that's a pretty good halfway point, because once you get to Magnus's cabin, it unlocks a bunch of different puzzles. You'll be seeing that later on.
Are you hiding something, girl?
And when I say a lot of people were researching it, I mean maybe just one person. I think it was just me. There's somebody else who's speedrunning the game, I believe. EJ Ramirez, who's speedrunning like the entire series. EJ said, I don't know if EJ's a boy or a girl. I mean, EJ, that could be either one. So, EJ told me that he or she got about 50 minutes on this game. So that's about the exact same length as my my speedrun attempt on in May. Okay, so I've got the required money, and now I can just leave. You don't have to pick up the music book, which is good, because that's a minor time saver. And here I'm setting up for Soren things. That's
Looks
basically
like this
what I'm
dinghy's
doing
in
here.
Good shape. I wonder who owns it. The motor's busted.
So I'm setting up for
Can't take
two
it
different
anywhere
Soren
like this.
conversations. One Soren conversation is that one there, I believe. And this is an Elizabeth conversation. Okay, so now I've got these conversations
Hi
ready.
there.
We're going to talk to him.
Do you have anything which... What?
Here I'm asking for the pamphlet, which
I'll let
fixes
you
the
go.
dinghy, so that's why I visited the dinghy.
Everything in the gift shop is available for purchase.
And now I'm going to buy everything.
Excellent taste.
Sometimes he talks and says excellent taste, other times he just doesn't.
Hey! Who let you?
So you kind of didn't really see what I was talking about with
Dagny?
the Soren. The one conversation was about the
Were you
dinghy. The
doing-
other conversation was, hey, could you get
Hey,
Elizabeth
Elizabeth.
to let me on board the
Oh.
ship? So that was the second
Goodbye.
conversation. This thing here is a time saver because I'm getting these pictures before realizing what the importance of the number is. If you do it later, Nancy's just going to blab about the number and say, oh my gosh, that's one of the numbers I need. That's so amazing. I love it.
Only Dagny and Magnus
So it's a
have
time
radio
saver
keys,
to
apparently.
get those picture things early. Okay, and I just triggered a conversation with Dagny by looking at the captain's log, and I'm going to do everything inside here, mostly everything.
Looks like Dagny's been doing a little sleuthing of her own. Is that a password?
It's basically a time saver to do all the you know, all the Hurlakite stuff here at the very beginning of the game. That way I don't have to like take a second trip. I mean, I obviously am going to have to come back to the Hurlakite, but I mean, it's obvious it's faster to do everything in one go as opposed to taking
I think
multiple
I need
trips.
to get all the wooden sections pressed down. Magnus seems pretty insistent over this long spiel thing.
Okay, grabbing this, grabbing that.
Wow, an antique desk, and it's in pristine condition. Time to break it open.
And part of the reason
I
I
need
need
to
to
figure out the rules
change the
being used in
speedrun
each
route
row
is
here.
because my notes, like I said, you know, this was done in, what was it, in May, so my notes require me to have that puzzle memorized. I
Sounds
don't
like
actually
you've
have
gone
the
through
solution
some
written
tough
down,
times
and
lately.
yeah, back in May I
this
had
a
that
problem?
solution memorized.
I bet Magnus was in the middle of solving this. Looks like one of these words is scrambled within each row and column.
Okay, so this puzzle. So question, what do you people think is the fastest way to solve this puzzle? Because you have to solve this puzzle. Do you think it's fastest to do this? This is what the current strategy is, to do all the left clicks and then do all the right clicks. Would it be faster to say maybe memorize the entire thing, and so you could just go left click, right click, left click, right click, right click, right click, right click, right click? I don't know, I definitely would like to know your thoughts about the fastest way to solve this puzzle, because this is kind of a slow puzzle. I know sometimes I have trouble with the right clicking too. Yeah, I don't know why it seems a little bit slower to right click. And sometimes I'll have things like that where I accidentally miss a letter, and, you know, it's not on purpose that I'm missing letters, it's just, you know, I right-clicked and the game didn't interpret that as something. I'd say the left click is a bit more sensitive here.
Okay,
or
looks complete.
I'm just right-handed.
What can I use this for?
Okay, that gives me that. Now I look at you, grab you,
Okay,
solve
time
you.
to place some pins.
So no real fastest way to solve this, just do it as quickly as possible. Ah! Oh no! Yeah, you don't want to do a misclick while you're speed running. Minor time saver there.
Looking for.
When you pick something that's far away, if that makes sense. I don't know. I don't think that makes sense, and I don't know what I'm doing here. So let me find where I am in my notes. I kind of played ahead of myself. Okay. I get everything, and then I go straight to Dagny. Okay, so that's where I am. Great. But first I have a phone call with Ned.
Hello? Oh, Ned.
So here it's faster to be mean to him. He immediately hangs up. If you're nice to him, he'll talk for a while. So it's obviously faster to get him mad and force him to hang up.
That is,
now back to what I was saying with putting the numbers on the board.
Each of those circuit pieces will attach anywhere on this board.
It's
but there are special
faster
numbers
to
you've gotta watch out
end
for.
with a piece which is
Covered
all the way
numbers
on the
add
right
together
as
to give that
opposed to
piece
end
a
with a
total
piece that's on the
value. If
left,
you can use
because
all
you save
5
yourself the
pieces
half
to make
second
all
it
5
takes to
target
get from the
values,
left
the
to
heater
the
will be
right.
fixed.
That's the idea.
I'm actually not sure that's how electricity works.
Oh yeah?
Okay, so with this
Where'd you get your
conversation,
PhD in
basically everybody's going to
again?
talk, right? Nancy and Dagny are going to talk for a while. And whoever's talking,
If you know
and if
this
they're
much,
talking
why
when you
haven't you
finish,
tried to
they're
fix it
still
yet?
going
Hey,
to
if I had
talk.
to do all the hard
You have to wait
thinking
for them
around
to
here, you'd
stop
be out of a job.
talking.
So, where'd you come from? That was the strangest wiring.
You have to wait
panel
for
I've ever seen.
Nancy
But
to
I think
finish
that
her
he's
sentence
on.
before the conversation ends. So you really want to
I found a...
end at the very end of
Hey,
a
that was
conversation sentence, if that makes sense.
Goodbye.
Like, what if Nancy was saying a 5,000, a sentence which takes 50 seconds? Then you'd be forced to wait 50 seconds for her to finish that
motor's
sentence.
intact,
So you want to
but I
finish
need to
right
replace
before
the
that.
spark
That's the
plugs and
basic idea.
cables.
This puzzle is the same every single time. I've got my solution written out here. By written out, I mean I just took a screenshot of the screen, actually, and drew big numbers on it. So this is 2, and then this is number 3, and then this is number 4.
It's working. Don't know whose boat this is, but I'll just borrow it for a little while. It's dark out there, and I don't have a map. I should pinpoint a destination first.
I made a mistake. I was supposed to call Alex first. Okay. Well, no wonder this is a test speedrun and not a real speedrun. You know, I've got everything messed up. Okay, so with this Alex conversation, it doesn't really matter which option you pick. The conversation goes as quickly. It goes as quickly either way.
I need to wait. What? Oh, goodbye.
So I notice with those conversations where it doesn't really matter which option you pick, generally, pick the option that's on top. That tends to be fast. Okay, grab the lighthouse key. Let's go into the lighthouse.
Well, I made it to the
Here's
top.
another speedrun
Better give
trick.
Alex a
We
call.
call Alex right while Nancy is talking.
Okay,
Doesn't save
I'm
a
in
lot
the-
of time, but it saves a little. And like I said, this is
I
the
need to
area that
create white light to
completely
get the
ruined my
lighthouse
speedrun
running
when I
again.
did it in May. Now, some people say it's faster to do left, right, right. But basically the idea is that you're doing left, right, all... I don't know what I'm saying. I'm babbling here at this point. But the idea is, as you can see, I'm never going up. And so by never going up, that forces the white pieces to always be in a corner. Okay, and now I went up there because I see a solution.
Phew, fixed it. Time to phone Alex again.
Okay, that was not so bad.
Uh-oh, that's not good. The windows are opening. Oh, it's so cold.
Oh, that was great. The maximum speed is something like 40 seconds, like being able to do it,
Small numbers at the
get a
bottom,
thing every
big number at the
5
top.
or so
It
seconds?
looks like the
I forget
pieces
how many
add to the
seconds at
total
this
of the piece
point.
above them.
But basically, maximum speed is pretty much crazy. It's basically pressing a button every single second. So it's like boop 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 boop. I went a little bit slowly there because this is just a speedrun demonstration and not a
That was
full-blown
too
speedrun.
close. And somehow, I have a feeling it wasn't an accident.
Okay, now I just zoomed through this conversation.
Woohoo!
Next, I'm just going to rob Elizabeth. Rob Elizabeth and get to Magnus's house. Which, like I said, is sort of like the halfway point of the speedrun, and then sort of not, because we've got a lot more speedrun to go after this. Alright, we're gonna rob her here.
This must be the key to Magnus's cabin. I'll just be borrowing this. I have a feeling Elizabeth never opened her gift. 4 crystals of each color, huh?
Okay, and snowmobile key.
It's
While
out of
Nancy's
gas.
talking, I pull out
No
the
dice.
gas, and we're gonna do gas.
That should do it for the fuel tank.
I wonder why they force people to, you know, provide their own gas for the snowmobile, considering there doesn't appear to be a gas station in town.
Hey, Nancy, it's me.
Something.
This conversation also,
Is someone-
no way to speed it up.
What?
No matter which option you pick, it's going to go the exact same speed. And as I said, lots of puzzles here in Magnus's cabin, so we're solving them. We're doing this puzzle here.
I wonder what these images are for.
This triggers a puzzle inside the snow caverns.
These must belong with that reference I saw earlier. 4 of each color.
And I think this
down
is
and
another
across.
place where the speed
No
run
3
can
together in
be
a line.
improved. What is the fastest way to do this puzzle? Currently, the strategy is this. In case you can't tell what I'm doing, I'm just getting all of the yellow pieces in place. The idea is that the blue pieces are a little tricky to get the blue pieces because you have to double click. So, I mean, I don't know. Do you think it's faster to just do all of the blues first and then all of the yellows? And I made a mistake there. Ah, no, double click, double click. That's a problem too if you just mess up on the clicking. So if anybody can think of like a really accurate way to do this puzzle fast every single time where you rarely make mistakes, that would be good.
I need
Thank
to
you very
erase
much if
these
you can do
pieces
this,
to see
person.
what the full image looks like.
Mystery person who I hope exists. This is a killer puzzle. I'm just putting 2 pieces down now. I'm not actually going to finish the puzzle.
A spare luggage key, huh?
Okay,
A
triggering
dog
this
bed,
thing here.
But no dog?
Getting this and triggering this puzzle, and then this
Dog
puzzle.
toys? This must be related to the note Magnus left for himself.
So with this puzzle, the solution is the same on Amateur Sleuth and Master Sleuth modes. That's convenient for me. I don't know what the fastest way to solve this puzzle is, so I think it's maybe this. You know, get all the horses in place, then get all the puffins in place. Could be. Here, let me try with all these dogs. Yeah, I'll try it with the, I'll try it based on the idea that I did with the number 14 puzzle, where the farthest away piece is a puffin. So I'll put that piece down last. And that will save me time, because then I don't have to worry about going all the way back and grabbing another puffin. But yeah, if anybody can think of a faster way to solve that puzzle, please let me know. That's part of the reason why I'm doing a speedrun demonstration too. It's like, I'm not sure if I have the fastest strategy, so you know, I'd love it if people would comment with their own ideas and suggestions, because, you know, that way I could improve this speedrun.
I bet I can break through this ice with a sharp enough tool.
Okay, so right, left, forward, down, down. And then right, forward, left, down. Okay, that can be tricky. Okay, and I go back to town, and I've lost my place in my notes, so let me try to find it. Here we are, okay.
Hello.
What are you doing?
Got in fish for Elizabeth. What's wrong, Fisker? You look like a giant man just threatened you. Oh. Well then, back to Gottin.
Okay, found my place on the notes. What I'm going to do here is, basically, I tried to figure out to,
Oh, hello there.
Figure out a way to get Gunnar kicked out of the pub. That was basically my next main objective, and this is the way I figured it out. It worked for me, so I don't know why, but it works. Turns out you don't have to solve the optional puzzle over here. Totally optional. Totally optional. Don't do it. And I decided to solve this puzzle as long as I was here.
Maybe there's something here. This looks similar to that note I found in Magnus's journal.
Also, I need help figuring out what the fastest way to solve this puzzle is. I don't have a solution. Currently, my solution is just make it up as I go along, which is not a very good solution. So yeah, that was me making up the solution as I went along. It's pretty easy to solve the puzzle once you figure out how you're supposed to solve the puzzle. It's pretty easy to just make up the solution as you just off the top of your head.
Here? It looks like there's been a struggle. That's Dagny's phone. But where's Dagny? Easy enough. Let's see. So Magnus knew he was being followed.
Okay, this is me triggering a puzzle later on. Basically, what I'm doing here is I'm going to the bilge pump, because I need to solve the bilge pump puzzle in order to get Gunnar kicked out of the pub.
The bilge is open? But why?
I don't know why. It just, you know, that's the way my game worked. Is that, you know, you solve the bilge pump puzzle. Wow, I can't talk.
Okay.
You solve the bilge pump puzzle, and then he gets kicked out of the pub.
Corner on the center dial.
There's one more requirement though, which I'll mention in a second.
The water's stopped, but the gate's still shut. Help!
Nancy, are you all right?
And this is the fun part of the game to like speedrun and figure out, because you're trying to solve a bunch of different puzzles at once. They're overlapping and you can do them in any order, so that's fun. That's why I like. Okay, and I don't think I have nothing to talk to you about. Okay. So here's the second thing. You know, I solved the bilge pump puzzle. That should get rid of Gunnar, except you'll notice he's not gone. Actually, what I have to do now is leave town and then come back. So you can either take the dinghy out, you can either take the snowmobile out, or you can go to Soren's.
I never asked for you to intervene.
I don't know why going to Soren's counts as leaving town, but it does. In this case, that counts as being far away enough. You've given Elizabeth enough time to kick Gunnar out of the pub. Alright, so now I'm going to change the tides. That way I can get the number from over here.
There are markings behind the barnacles.
And I don't know what gets Gunnar to come back. I'll be 100% honest. I don't know what makes him come back.
Larger words.
So sometimes when I played this game, he doesn't come back after I do this. Other times he does come back. So I need ball here. Okay, spin once. So, castle and bed. Spin once. Then I get stool and fish. Then I spin once. Then I do whale. Spin once. Springboard. Spin once. That and that.
2 broken pieces. I bet I can fix the locator now.
But basically, I've got a bunch of puzzles I can do, so I just solved the puzzles, and I hope
2 more numbers
that
to
I
add up to
magically.
86.
Oh man, I don't know where 14 and 26 are. These ones,
Oh,
those
got
ones.
it.
Okay,
These
got
are
it.
the 4 numbers for that lock.
So I solve all these puzzles while I'm here at the Hurlakide, and then I hope that's enough to trigger whatever it is to trigger Gunnar's return. So if anybody knows specifically what makes him return and what makes him go away, please comment, that would help.
Sounds like Elizabeth?
So I was like, maybe it's a time saver to not check Dagny's phone and solve the Venn diagram puzzle now. Maybe it's faster to do it later, I don't know.
An old keyless lock. The trick is to enter a combination from the smallest number to the largest. Those noises are...
But yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is this section of the game, the puzzles aren't designed to, I mean, the order I solve the puzzles in isn't surrounded by... I'm not doing them in the fastest as possible order. I'm doing them in the let's get rid of Gunnar and then bring him back order.
Totals within the overlapping sections.
And there are multiple solutions to this particular puzzle. That's the solution where you basically solve everything 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's the doggy kennel in Magnus's note.
And fingers crossed, let's hope Gunnar's gone. I mean, Gunnar has returned. If he hasn't returned, then hey, great, he's good.
Hello?
Hey, what's happening?
What happened? Maybe you should... I'll get...
Bless.
Okay, good. Like I said, sometimes he hasn't reappeared, and then
it's
I just
unlocked
don't know
already.
what I'm doing when that happens. Well, if he hasn't reappeared, what you kind of have to do is you have to
I wish you could play these.
try leave town and come back, or go upstairs and downstairs a
It's
couple
subtle,
times, and that
but I
usually
see some
makes him show up
differences
if
in
he
the
hasn't
halves of
shown
this
up.
pattern.
This is kind of a tricky puzzle because you have to, I don't know the fastest way to solve that puzzle, because you kind of have to go slowly in order to make sure you get everything.
I think this... I'm so...
Oh, Gunnar and your tragic backstory. Okay, so he says to switch to tides, and hey, guess what? I needed to switch to tides anyway, because I have to go back to the lighthouse, so...
Welcome
That's
back.
one good thing about this route. You know, I have to change the tides anyway to get rid of Gunnar, and I have to do it to do the barnacle thing. So that's neat. This route is well timed in that sense. And this time, I'm gonna be lovey-dovey with Ned.
Nancy, hi.
Mind explaining what all that was about?
If you're lovey-dovey with Ned,
I love you, but
it's a short conversation. If you're mean to him, you have a long, awkward conversation. So what I did there with Gunnar, besides solving the Gunnar puzzle, is I got the final piece of this. I got the final pictures piece, so I can solve this puzzle. And did I steal Gunnar's coaster? Because if I didn't, I am a bad Nancy. Oh, come on, this piece goes here. Ah. This puzzle isn't the best. I don't know what the fastest way to solve this puzzle is. It's probably just do it over and over again until you're really, really good at it. Basically, the puzzle pieces are going to always show up in the same order every single time because, well, you've got the pieces in the same order every single time, right? So the order you get the various bags of puzzle parts determines the order when things appear here. You notice some pieces need to be put down before other pieces. So figuring out that order is probably going to be the next step in this speedrun. Figuring out that specific order, and then then everything will be peachy. There we go. Come on, you go there. Yeah, it seems like every time I play this game, you know, I forget something. Usually I forget that dog's key, you know, that dog key, which is really tiny and easy to forget.
It's from the lighthouse.
But I think this time I might have forgotten Gunnar's coaster, which means I'm going to have to come back for that. Elizabeth is going to be here.
It's Elizabeth. And what's under that tarp? Oh, this is bad.
Yeah, this is very bad. Okay. So, why did I do that? That's twice I've made the mistake of going to the caves when I don't need to. Okay, so, basically, let's see if Gunnar's here. Can I steal his coaster?
Hey, girl!
No, he's triggering the...
I actually do have a
He figures
name.
I want to play Tora Mater. No, I don't want to. I don't want to, Gunnar. I don't want to. I want to steal your coaster. Ugh. Okay, well, I'll come back and steal his coaster later, then. So what I'm doing here is I'm triggering the appearance of Dagny. Because when you come back here in order to get the star, she appears. Dagny gives me a token, which will which I'll be able to use on board the Hurlkite.
So much for being missing. I've been looking for you.
Fun fact, it's really easy to fake a footprint these days. What do you say we talk this over down in the port? Next to the heater? You look like you could use a coffee break. Take a load off. It's freezing up here, and I have a feeling this is going to be a long one.
I want to believe the best here, but...
You should stop doing that. People like me don't deserve that. Anyways, you, me, town.
I think Dagny gets the most conversation in this game just because of that.
Maybe... I don't...
Look, maybe...
Okay, she gives us the token. Okay, now let's see if Gunnar is gone, if I could rob him. No, Gunnar, I need you to leave.
No?
Talk to you...
Darn, I wanted his coaster. I know I want his coaster because I get the thing from Dagny that says I want the coaster.
I think it's time to find out what Elizabeth's hiding in that deck closet.
That's the thing with Dagny's phone number.
Nancy, stop!
Or
Don't
her
go
phone
there.
code
Sorry,
that also
Elizabeth,
has
but it's time to
the
come
thing which
clean.
says, "Hey, steal Gunnar's
I know
coaster."
You're hiding someone in there.
No, you can't!
now I just skip through this conversation here in order to get a music piece of thing. Some music.
In the meantime...
Okay, and I can't forget, I want to get this.
My doggy at home has one of these. Pretty clever hiding place.
Dagny's token is going to be used here.
I bet I can use Dagny's token to rotate these. Let's get them all facing right side up.
This is the correct solution. It is. Okay, good. This gives me a gear, and one of the gears is Gunnar's coaster, so I really, really need him to be gone now. Let's take a trip to the lighthouse. Yeah, okay. Let's do this early. Fine. Because I need to get Gunnar's coaster. Okay.
This design matches the one from those drawings. I'll need to have one of each number within each outlined triangle, and one of each number along the horizontal and diagonal rows too.
Okay, this isn't that much of a time waster to do this a little bit early. Like I said, you know, you can solve these puzzles in pretty much any order in this game. This is one of those big final puzzles, just like the music box puzzle. You need to solve the music box puzzle and this puzzle before showing up and solving the gears puzzle. Because this gives you part 1 of the gears puzzle, and the music box gives you, like, part 2 of the gears puzzle, if that makes sense. Actually, I think this is going to give me that journal. It's just going to give me a journal, isn't it? Well, either way, we'll find out shortly. So this being the second part of the, you know, second half of the speedrun, we're definitely into the second half of the speedrun at this point. It's mostly solving puzzles. I shouldn't say the second half, but the final stretch of the speedrun definitely is heavy on puzzles. So if anybody can think of a really fast way to solve this puzzle, I would appreciate it. It's not fastest to, you know, do all the number ones or the number 2. I mean, it's not fastest to go row by row, because then you'd have to keep switching out numbers. Okay, yeah, that gives me the journal piece. Cute little kitty cat. Okay. Let's see if Gunnar's gone. Gunnar, be gone. Yes? Yes, he's gone. Okay, beautiful.
Got it.
Yeah, I was supposed to do this earlier when I was grabbing that box for Gunnar. Oh well. Okay, and now for the music box puzzle. Like I was trying to say, it doesn't really make a difference if you do the triangle puzzle first or the music box puzzle first. You basically do them both at the same time. It doesn't really matter which order.
Song is the missing piece.
Let me know if you viewers think there's a faster way to do that, or, you know, just a faster order. Because, you know, currently the current speedrun strategy is to do the music box puzzle, then do all the puzzles on the Hurlakide, and then go to the lighthouse puzzle. So I don't know, where do you think the lighthouse numbers puzzle should be fit into the speedrun strategy? I mean, it can be done before these Hurlakide, these gear puzzles. It can be done in the middle of the gear puzzles. It can be done after the gear puzzles. Which one is faster? I'm not sure. But I mean, actually, wait. The music box has to be done before the gear puzzles because the fishy is needed for the gear puzzle, as we'll see in a moment. Wait a minute, I'm going downstairs. Right, Nancy, you're going downstairs.
There's a room back there. It looks like it was concealed in the ship's lining. Looks like I need to press the correct sections according to these numbers.
Like I said, it feels like the end of the game here is just puzzle, 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 puzzle. Just do them fast. There we go.
It's a machine of sorts, but some pieces are missing.
So right now I'm coming up on 39 minutes, just beat about 39 minutes, so, yeah, I'm coming up on 40 minutes. I might get under 50 minutes, maybe. I'll definitely get under 55 minutes, unless I royally screw things up here.
It must be from the original captain. I bet I need to get one of every symbol on each row and column.
So here, fastest solution, just get all of one piece in place. Because going back and switching out for pieces constantly just takes a while. I generally start with the bigger pieces, just because they're easier to see on the diagram. No other real reason. As you can see, this puzzle, you know, it doesn't make a difference if we're doing this puzzle on Amateur Sleuth mode or Master Sleuth mode. They both take about the same time. You'll notice that was the case for a lot of the puzzles. A lot of the puzzles seem to be, they're about the same length on both modes.
I need to get this
the lighthouse
shape
puzzle is the
over
one
that
which is
treasure
significantly longer on Master Sleuth mode. Alright, and this, just have to have it memorized, I suppose. Okay, I'm turning over, I'm turning myself blue. Then I become a blue fish. Then I become a green fish. Then I become a green jellyfish. Then I make myself a blue star. Then I want to become a green turtle, so I jellyfish myself to green.
All right, it popped open.
Okay.
The journal looks complete now.
As I mentioned several times, you could save the lighthouse triangle puzzle for now at this point. It doesn't really make that much of a difference. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you could save it for now, and I don't know if that makes a lot of difference. I hope it doesn't, because otherwise I've been doing this game wrong the whole time. Okay, so I go up the ladder, right, forward, forward, right, forward, forward, hook wall, and then we have Magnus.
Who are you? Did you just come to the wall?
Magnus?
Yeah.
I'm Nancy. I'm here to get you out. Are you hurt?
No.
I don't know the fastest way through this conversation.
Maybe.
I think it might be the same length either way.
Alex, are you... No signal. I guess we'll have to find a way out on our own.
This is an interesting ending because you have a lot of sitting around and waiting. Because you kind of have you have this scene here.
Hello, Nancy.
Then we're gonna find the treasure. Then we're gonna have more waiting. Then we're gonna have the final puzzle, and then we're gonna have more waiting, and then the speedrun is going to end.
Selling the ship rights? You lied to me. You were
Like
using
most
us all to find
speedruns,
a treasure for
you know, they say a speedrun ends
you're
the
still
last
missing
time you
something,
take an
aren't
action, so that would be the last time you need to
Nancy,
click
you're a
in this
very
game.
smart girl. You know exactly why we're here. You're gonna find that treasure for me right now. Just you, me, and Gudrun here.
So left, forward, left is the way through this. Left, forward, left. And I hook this.
Look, there's your treasure.
The crest of the Dutch East India Company. And the detail, it's exquisite. After all these years, I found it. It was all worth it. Well, I think it's high time I vanished. Goodbye, Nancy. I won't be back, but I'm sure you'll make it out of here eventually. That is, if you don't starve or freeze first. Give those
Soren,
xenophobic idiots my regards.
see, he could have been like, you
Soren!
know, one of those nice culprits you feel sorry for, like the one in Nancy Drew, Shadow at the Water's Edge. But then he had to do that. Then he had to try to kill you. Okay, wait. I'm playing this game, right. U-turn. And then hook wall. Then forward,
Wow,
treasure.
This has to be the real treasure. It's not a myth after all. These images are from Lawrence's final letter. I just need to press them correctly.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I must have been the first to get this far. This is
And yeah, this is
incredible.
basically the end of the game. The final
Are you
time you
back
click
there?
is going to be
Magnus,
when
I'm
you
here.
decide
I found the
should
real
Soren
deal.
be treated
But
well
I think I'm
or
stuck
badly.
now. I'm not sure how to get
Sort of
over
like
to
the
the exit.
culprit in Nancy Drew.
Hello?
You know,
Well,
Shadow at the Water's
that
Edge.
works too.
So, the treasure Soren found was a fake?
Yes, Captain Lawrence hid the real chest so that only his true descendants knew where to find it.
Well, it's yours now.
I don't think so. This treasure belongs to the town, not me.
Nancy, thank
Okay.
Soren can be reasoned
Done.
with. Things just got a little out of hand. Keep a close
Okay,
eye on
so
him until we get back to town.
45:05. That's how long it took me to beat
I
this
think
game.
I'm calling this case closed.
So,
Dear Henry,
yeah, I did beat the
secret
game in
of
under 50
Skiplock's
minutes, so
famous
that was good.
treasure
That
is
was
finally
good.
put to rest, and the case
Can
is
the speedrun
closed.
be improved
Soren
upon?
confessed
I
to
don't
his
know. That's
crimes
sort of
as
the
soon
reason
as
why I did
Magnus
the
and I caught
speedrun
up with him.
demonstration.
As it turns out,
This
he was the
speedrun
one following
demonstration was
Magnus
so I
all
could get
along,
suggestions
looking
as
for
to
his
how
chance
I
to
could
take the treasure
better
for himself.
speedrun this game.
Soren was ordered
How I
to
could
complete 1,000
save
hours of
time.
community
Maybe
service
maybe
in
I
lieu
did a
of jail
puzzle
time.
which is actually
And he
optional.
took the
Who
sentence
knows?
very seriously.
And maybe somebody's
He's
got
been
a
incredibly
better
active
idea
around
of
town
how
ever since.
to,
The treasure is in good hands with
you know,
Elizabeth.
get all of those
Her
various
family
gears, or
legacy
to
has
make Gunnar
finally
appear
come
and
full
disappear.
circle. Magnus apologized to Elizabeth for having been so distant leading up
Basically,
to
you
the
want to do the
festival.
Gunnar
The
scene
two
so
of
you
them
can
are
get
doing
the
well, and Magnus finally got
the
that
final
ship
picture
he's
thing.
always
You have to
dreamed
do
of.
Gunnar
He and Elizabeth
disappear and
packed their
reappear to get
things
the
and
final
left to travel the
final
world.
picture
and
thing.
Of course, Toomey went too. I just got a call from Elizabeth.
And
I
what
think
happened
they're
when you did
somewhere
the
near
picture thing? When
Thailand
you
as
did
we
the picture
speak.
thing, it
Elizabeth
triggered
left the
Dagny's
mystery skip
return,
club in Gunnar's hands
which
while she's
triggers
gone. Gunnar
you
seems to be
getting
happier than
getting
ever.
the
He's back
coin
on
from
his
Dagny,
feet,
which
and he even took
gives
me
you
out
the
on a
final
fishing
gear.
trip. He's still
So
pretty cranky when it comes
all
to
these
tourists,
puzzles are
but I think
interconnected,
he'll
as
get
you
the
can
hang of
see.
things.
So
Soren's helping Gunnar out with the pub as part of his
you know, I
community
tried to do it
service
as quickly as
arrangement, and he
possible.
seems to be
I don't
settling
know if I
in.
did it
People are
the
still
fastest
wary of
ever.
Soren, but they're starting to warm up to him in a way they haven't before. The attitude around town is definitely changing.
Probably
Dagny
what I'm
and
going to
Magnus
do
donated
now
the exploration rights
is, you
to
know,
the
I'll probably
Hurley back to
leave this
Skiplock.
video up for
The
a
ship
week,
is now
and
fully
I'll
public
read to see if
property
anybody
and is
has
open
any
to
ideas on
tourists
how
at
I
all
could
times
improve
of
this
the year.
speedrun. I'll
Dagny
take those
stayed in
ideas
Skiplock
into
for a little
account,
while, but she split
and
soon
then
after she got her share of
I'll
the treasure.
either come
At
up
first
with a
she
new
seemed content
route,
to
a
stay,
new
but after a
way
couple of
to get
days
through
with
this
no
game,
action, it seemed like she
or
was
I'll
itching
just
to get out on
work
the
on
road.
improving this
She
route.
didn't say much about where she was
There is a way to
going,
improve
but I
it. You
later
can
found a
get
note
money
in my room at
faster
the
by
pub.
doing tour motor,
Catch
as
you
I
later,
said.
friend.
So
I really dropped the ball on my
at the
anniversary
very
with
least,
Ned this
that's a
year.
way to
As an
improve this
apology,
speedrun.
I planned a makeup trip to the River Heights Zoo, his favorite city spot. I'm hoping next year will be better.
And you know,
Time
once
heals
I got
all
my
wounds, as
new
they say.
route,
As for me,
I'll just
I
do
think
practice,
my time in
practice,
the
practice,
land of
practice,
fire and
practice,
ice
do it
is
over
coming
and
to a
over and over
close. I
again,
miss
all
the
sorts
sky
of
full of
practice.
stars, but I've been in darkness a
Probably
long
what I'll
time
do
now.
is,
I can't wait to see the sun again.
you know,
Love,
I watch
Nancy.
soap operas. I usually watch my soap operas at 1 o'clock, so for like 2 weeks, instead of watching my soap operas, I'll just use that hour to just speed run the game, and I'll do the speed run over and over and over again, and, you know, do that for 2 weeks, play it once every day for 2 weeks, and then, you know, my fastest one, that's going to be my official speedrun for this game. I'm also wondering if, I think it was Glass Bear. Oh, it was probably Slippers. Okay. I'm also wondering, should I play this game on Amateur Sleuth or Master Sleuth mode? So if you guys have any opinions, I'd love to hear it. Maybe I'll do both modes at the same time, and let's check this
Nancy,
out.
it's me, Deirdre. I know you're not exactly president of my fan club, but listen,
Deirdre.
I need your help. Someone really important to me is in danger. Things are going from bad to worse.
There are people who
People
are
even
important to
saying she's
Deirdre?
some kind of witch.
Really?
Nancy, if you don't help me, I don't think she's gonna make it out of this alive.
Join me on my next adventure.
New Nancy Drew voice. I love it. I love it. I like it. I want to hear more of it because she sounds a little tired there. Maybe it's just a filler voice. Maybe it's not. Anyway, thank you very much for watching my little speedrun demonstration. I hope you all enjoyed it. Oh no, and it's music! Okay, I need to cut off the music, otherwise I'm going to start singing. So thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned, and in a couple of weeks I'll probably have my real speedrun for this game completely finished.